So, this is an embarrassing story. Someone a lady was talking about it on the radio a number of years back. Um, I pooped in the children's play equipment inside of McDonald's. Now there were mitigating circumstances. I'm sure the people had to deal with it with all this gross, but um, I was in one of the connecting pieces between like the slide area and the area you climb up in. It's kind of in there in between. Um, I let a little bit of go out, a little bit of poop out, and I pulled it out of my underwear and put it on inside the equipment. Guess no one was around. Um, so yeah, I did that gross thing. A lot. There's a woman a number of years back on the radio mentioned about it. The thing was, I was a kid, and I have autism, dealing with autism, so that might explain part of the reason I did it. And as an adult and becoming less autistic, I understand that that's very gross. Probably because I've had to clean up stuff like that too. Um, but yeah, when I was a kid, I kind of put poop in the playground equipment between the slide and the other part, the connecting part between the slide and the other part of the equipment. And that woman who, I don't know if she was the one that had to clean up, but that woman who mentioned on the radio can probably verify this if she sees this. And I'm sure other people there at that McDonald's at the time would be able to verify this. But yeah, that was me. Not my proudest moment. Definitely not my proudest moment. And I mean, if it's any mitigation whatsoever, I was an autistic kid, which I know some people won't understand. It doesn't excuse my behavior at all. Um, but some people may be more lenient with the fact that I was an autistic kid, having autism. Some people might not be understanding now, more than back then, of course, because back then, the diagnosis of Asperger's syndrome wasn't even released until '94. And when I was a kid, my therapist had no idea what was going on with me and would even be toxic and say my mother was an angel and everything. In fact, my mother, if my therapist said she wasn't an angel, basically saying she had something she was doing wrong, she didn't let me see that therapist again. So, yeah, that poop in the playground equipment was me. I just want to say I'm sorry. I do want to apologize for that. It was my proudest moment, and I'd like to believe I have become more functioning than back then, but just want to say I'm sorry. I don't know if you forgive me or not, but I just want to say I'm sorry.